It's episode number 143, so let's get cracking. That's right, episode number 143, and like I predicted yesterday, the Ireland UFO saga continues. That's why it's part 3. Because it happens every damn time, every freaking time something gets blown out of proportion like this, and it goes to the multifaceted mainstream media, there's always this back and forth, like they're playing tennis. If they got a good pair of balls out there and they're playing UFO tennis. And that's what's happening. And today, this episode is brought to you by...
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
All right, don't get your panties up in a wad. That was just a joke. I don't want you guys to be all upset and passing out and hitting pause and deleting the podcast, okay? Just take it for what it is. He approved the message, so whatever. So this is it. This is day 3. Day 3 of the madness when it comes to the Ireland UFO craziness. And there's so many articles out there. You will not believe how many people are jumping on the bandwagon now. And just so that you guys stay somewhat up to date, every single article that I've talked about is still in the description, so you can go through it. Historically, you can look up all kind of crap if you want, but it's okay. We're all confused. We're all the fuck confused right now. We don't know what to think, but this is what always happens. With every good UFO story, this is what happens. It leaves you confused, sad, depressed, feeling like you need to hit somebody if you could. Put on some gloves, beat somebody up. I don't know, go spank your kid. I don't know what it is, but this is what happens. The latest one is from the Washington Post. Well, those fuckers finally jumped into the fray, as they say. But it's weird because this article, it's like it's playing both sides. I don't understand. It starts off saying that this is not typically something that is reported by people who are credible. And it says the confused person on the radio was not someone typically associated with dodgy reports of extraterrestrial interaction. Ha ha. Take a laugh at that, Washington Post. There were no claims of that large-eyed green men crossed the cosmos to turn livestock inside out. Nope, none of that, buddy. Instead, what they're saying is, it wasn't your typical ufologist or nut or enthusiast or wherever the fuck they call us these days. It wasn't one of them that reported the UFO over Ireland last Friday. It was the British Airways person. Hey, welcome back, buddy. British Airways pilot was operating a flight. And this is messed up because they actually give the flight number, BA94, in case you guys are writing it down. And that was a flight from Montreal. And basically, we know that this woman, the pilot, kudos to her, lady pilot, she contacted air traffic controllers and said, WTF, what the hell is this in our airways? Tell me that you see this. Tell me that I'm not 4.2 far. The answer was, we don't see shit. What have you been smoking? Well, here's the thing. This article from the Washington Post has the clip of the audio. So now you can actually listen to the audio of this incident. But here's a quote from this woman flying this airplane for British Airways. It came up on our left-hand side, rapidly veered to the north. We saw a bright light, and it just disappeared at a very high speed. We were just wondering, the pilot said. According to the newspaper and the audio of the interaction posted on the internet, we don't think it was likely a collision course, just wondering what it could be. So you listen to this part here, what they're saying now. She was like, just for my knowledge, just as an FYI, what was it that we saw? Well, listen, it turns out that the way that she explains it during her little incident, while she was talking to air traffic controllers, she said that this object veered. And when I tell you this article is all over the place because, it kind of ends in a way that it says, hey, I support UFOs and ufology. But then throughout it is talking about, tinfoil hats. So you almost don't know how to take this article. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So what struck me on this is the fact that she said that this UFO or quote unquote meteorite that it veered. So I'm going to go right now. And Siri and Google, they know everything. So let's do a search right now. Let me just pull this up here real quick. And bear with me. I mean, you guys aren't doing anything. You're probably like eating lunch or staring at your computer anyway. So let's see what we got here. Meteorites. Do they... I don't want to say veered. Let's see. Do they turn whenever the fuck they want? You got to give Google a little bit of color too. And a little more color too. Let's just say... hashtag who the fuck flies British Airways. That kind of helps. Let's see what we got here. Oh, well, check this out. It turns out that a low-flying meteorite, as the one described by the people in Manchester, it turns out that a low-flying meteorite sometimes can skim off the atmosphere, kind of like skipping fucking rocks across water. It says that usually when this shit happens, they just go right back up into space. Well, there you go. So, is that a point where we are kind of trying to figure out what the hell they reported? Basically, she's saying that this thing changed the direction it was going. So, if it's a meteorite, oh, shoot. Boy, we've got some problems now. Because even the meteorites are doing shit their own damn way. They're not following any fucking physics, right? They just do whatever the hell they want when they come into the atmosphere. The article continues on to say that many people who read between the lines basically say, yeah, we already know the truth. And then, of course, in order to add insult to injury, they throw the Pentagon under the bus and talk about the $22 million fucking dollars they spent in collecting and analyzing aerial threats. Thanks a lot for giving us no answers there, U.S. government. So it's hard to say. What are they saying in this article? What are they saying? The real evidence here is the fact that this pilot from British Airways actually said that the object veered. The downfall to the whole thing is that everyone's looking at the fact that the Virgin Atlantic pilot said that there was more than one. There was a cackle of them. There was a bunch of them just flying away. And they all were hurting. Yeah. They were all heading in the same direction, basically. Kind of like a meteorite that was pretty much breaking up in the atmosphere. So you really can't... you don't know what to say about this anymore. You really don't. It seems like this will be the very last and final fray, and which I hope so, because there's better things we can talk about at this point, like the fact that there is a black matter hurricane going through the Milky Way. Fuck, I'd like to know about that. My damn radio in my car hasn't been working for freaking weeks now. Is it really black matter that's doing that? Or we could talk about the fact that Voyager 2, for the last 2 months, we've been told by NASA that the fucking thing is going into freaking deep space. Is it stopping somewhere? Is it slowing down? What the hell is going on, NASA? Get it together. Do like everything else. Don't report shit until you've looked at it like 10 million times. Yeah, so there's other shit to talk about, right? We can talk about the sounds on Mars, how it sounds at sunrise and sunset. Who fucking cares? I mean, are you serious? I don't care how the fuck it sounds on damn Mars. I'm on planet Earth, dickheads. So that's the story for Ireland. Is this going to be the last day? And, hashtag no fucks given in Ireland. This is the last I'm going to talk about it because it really appears that this was a meteorite and somehow we mistakenly saw it veer or move or change direction. The truth is, if it would have been a significant shift in its direction, it wouldn't have veered. It would have been like, oh shit, this bitch took a right turn. So no, we'll have to skip Ireland from now on. But this is the report for this part of this episode because we just knew it's going to keep on snowballing. The snowball effect just keeps coming with this. So the question is, what's next? Is Tom DeLonge coming back into the news with To the Stars Academy, his Atom research, or something to battle the fact that there is that $37 million stock deficit? I'm expecting something big. I mean, really, the To the Stars Academy has been getting one slap after another, and they've got to bring it big. They've got to bring something significant, huge, and worth the money that they've taken from the people. So sadly enough, we got to put the cap on this Ireland stuff. But if we go, and let's talk now about the rubber dickies, because it turns out that Tom DeLonge got bumped again by Ryan Sprague, the podcaster that seems to have a lot of people that don't like him. So if you have a chance, go ahead and vote for your pony for the 2018 Rubber Dickies at UFOBusterRadio.com. The link is in the description. Let's send someone a nice award to appreciate all their hard work or their hard rubber dicking. In addition to that, UBR Truth Seekers is currently now voting for their top 10 contributor to the Facebook group. And thanks to Facebook for rubber dicking all of us, because apparently they only keep 28 days of member contributions to the conversation. So if you ever have a Facebook group, don't count on them to give you shit because you're not going to get it. So open voting. Basically, go in and vote for the person that's giving you the best UFO posts, the best UFO-related conversations on UBR Truth Seekers. And you know what? Join the group. Join the conversation. Follow me on Twitter at UFO Buster Radio, Instagram at Manny Moonraker, where you can see Bugs the UFO Hunter. And last but not least, the other Facebook pages, Manny Moonraker and UFO Buster Radio. And I had an interesting question today, which it's been a while since I've had this question. And this goes out to Chris. And I answered it already for Chris, but here's the answer. They asked me, he asked me basically is, why did I go with the name Manny Moonraker? Well, my middle name is Manuel. So I like the name Manny. It kind of goes with that. It has a nice ring to it. And I am a fan of 007 films. So I went with Moonraker. Many a times I sat up at night wondering if Manny Octopussy would really sell in ufology. And somehow I thought that Manny Octopussy was not going to get the job done. Like I thought maybe people would laugh me out of UFO circles or the paranormal. So no, unfortunately my MO was not Manny Octopussy. But hey, you know if I would have picked Octopussy, Trump would have loved it. But that's not what happened. I had to go with Moonraker. But it has, it's the moon, it's space, whatever. It's good. So this is the report for today.